Tsunami, in Japanese. Harbor wave, also called seismic sea wave or tidal wave, catastrophic ocean wave, usually caused by a submarine earthquake, an underwater or coastal landslide, or a volcanic eruption. The term tidal wave is frequently used for such a wave, but it is a misnomer, for the wave has no connection with the tides. After an earthquake or other generating impulse occurs, a train of simple, progressive oscillatory waves is propagated great distances over the ocean surface in ever-widening circles, much like the waves produced by a pebble falling into a shallow pool. In deep water, a tsunami can travel as fast as 800 kilometers, 500 miles per hour. The wavelengths are enormous, sometimes exceeding 500 kilometers, about 310 miles, but the wave amplitudes, heights, are very small, only about 30 to 60 centimeters, 1 to 2 feet. The waves' periods, the lengths of time for successive crests or troughs to pass a single point, are very long, varying from 5 minutes to more than an hour. These long periods, coupled with the extremely low steepness and height of the waves, enables them to be completely obscured in deep water by normal wind waves and swell. A ship on the high seas experiences the passage of a tsunami as an insignificant rise and fall of only half a meter, 1.6 feet, lasting from 5 minutes to an hour or more. As the waves approach the coast of a continent, however, friction with the rising sea bottom reduces the velocity of the waves. As the velocity lessens, the wavelengths become shortened and the wave amplitudes, heights, increase. Coastal waters may rise as high as 30 meters, about 100 feet, above normal sea level in 10 to 15 minutes. The continental shelf waters begin to oscillate after the rise in sea level. Between 3 and 5 major oscillations generate most of the damage, frequently appearing as powerful run-ups of rushing water that uproot trees, pull buildings off their foundations, carry boats far inshore, and wash away entire beaches, peninsulas, and other low-lying coastal formations. Frequently the succeeding outflow of water is just as destructive as the run-up or even more so. In any case, oscillations may continue for several days until the ocean surface reaches equilibrium. Much like any other water waves, tsunamis are reflected and refracted by the topography of the seafloor near shore and by the configuration of a coastline. As a result, their effects vary widely from place to place. Occasionally, the first arrival of a tsunami at a coast may be the trough of the wave, in which case the water recedes and exposes the shallow seafloor. Such an occurrence took place in the Bay of Lisbon, Portugal, on November 1, 1755. After a large earthquake, many curious people were attracted to the bay floor, and a large number of them were drowned by the wave crest that followed the trough only minutes later. One of the most destructive tsunamis in antiquity took place in the eastern Mediterranean Sea on July 21, 365 CE. A fault slip in the subduction zone beneath the island of Crete produced an earthquake with an estimated magnitude of 8.0 to 8.5, which was powerful enough to raise parts of the western third of the island up to 10 meters, 33 feet. The earthquake spawned a tsunami that claimed tens of thousands of lives and caused widespread damage throughout the Mediterranean, from islands in the Aegean Sea westward to the coast of present-day Spain. Tsunami waves pushed ships over harbor walls and onto the roofs of houses in Alexandria, Egypt, while also ruining nearby croplands by inundating them with salt water. Perhaps the most destructive tsunami in recorded history took place on December 26, 2004, after an earthquake of magnitude 9.1 displaced the ocean floor off the Indonesian island of Sumatra. 2 hours later, waves as high as 9 meters, 30 feet, struck the eastern coasts of India and Sri Lanka, some 1,200 kilometers, 750 miles, away. Within 7 hours of the quake, waves washed ashore on the Horn of Africa, more than 3,000 kilometers, 1,800 miles, away on the other side of the Indian Ocean. More than 200,000 people were killed, most of them on Sumatra but thousands of others in Thailand, India, and Sri Lanka and smaller numbers in Malaysia, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Maldives, Somalia, and other locations. On March 11, 2011, Seafloor displacement resulting from a magnitude 9.0 earthquake in the Japan Trench of the Pacific Ocean created a large tsunami that devastated much of the eastern coast of Japan's main island of Honshu. Waves measuring as much as 10 meters, 33 feet, high struck the city of Sendai and other low-lying coastal regions of Miyagi Prefecture as well as coastal areas in the prefectures of Iwate, Fukushima, Ibaraki, and Chiba. The tsunami also instigated a major nuclear accident at the Fukushima Daiichi power station along the coast. Other tsunamis of note include those that followed the spectacular explosive eruption of the Krakatoa volcano on August 26 and 27, 1883, and the Chile earthquake of 1960. A series of blasts from Krakatoa submerged the island of Rakata between Sumatra and Java, creating waves as high as 35 meters, 115 feet, in many East Indies localities, and killed more than 36,000 people. The largest earthquake ever recorded, magnitude 9.5, took place in 1960 off the coast of Chile, and it caused a tsunami that killed approximately 2,000 people in Chile, 61 people 15 hours later in Hawaii, and 122 people 22 hours later in Japan. The hazards presented by tsunamis have brought many countries in the Pacific Basin to establish tsunami warning systems. A warning may begin with an alert by a geological society that an earthquake large enough to disturb the ocean's surface, for instance, magnitude 7.0 or higher, has occurred. Meteorological agencies may then report unusual changes in sea level, and then the warning center may combine this information with data on the depth and features of the ocean floor in order to estimate the path, magnitude, and arrival time of the tsunami. Depending on the distance from the seismic disturbance, government authorities may have several hours' notice to order the evacuation of coastal areas. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, located near Honolulu, Hawaii, was established in 1949, 3 years after a tsunami generated by a submarine earthquake near the Aleutian Islands struck the island of Hawaii around Hilo, killing more than 170 people. It serves as one of 2 regional warning centers for the United States. The other is located in Palmer, Alaska, and since 1965 it has also served as the warning center for 26 countries organized by UNESCO's Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission into the International Coordination Group for the Tsunami Warning System in the Pacific. Following the disaster of December 2004, UNESCO set a goal of establishing similar systems for the Indian Ocean and eventually the entire globe. Tsunami waves are not limited to Earth's surface. An analysis of the Martian surface conducted in 2016, which examined the desert planet's northern plains by using photographs and thermal imagery, revealed evidence of 2 separate tsunami events that occurred long ago. These events are thought to have been caused by comet or asteroid impacts.